Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to be doing Chapter 1 in Marketing Management, Knowledge and Skills, Strategic Planning and Marketing Management. Okay, just want to download the file. Marketing Management is a very interesting concept because it merges the two disciplines, and it is a fantastic crossover for any management student, and of course it's a requirement for every marketing student, and as well as management, it's any marketing management student, so it's a really good course to take, and I highly recommend it. Okay, with that said, let's talk about the marketing concept. An organization should seek to make a profit by serving the needs of customer groups. I know this sounds cliche and obvious, but unfortunately many companies don't get this, and that's the reason why they're not successful. Companies that are successful, such as Apple, know this concept and they focus on the needs of their customers. The purpose is to rivet the attention of marketing managers on customer orientation rather than on product orientation or selling orientation. In other words, not just selling what you want to sell, but selling what people will buy because they actually need it, servicing the needs. The principal task of the marketing function: find effective and efficient means of making the business do what suits the interest of customers. And this is so important. Okay, next concept. Marketing is the activity set of institutions and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. Figure 1.1, major types of marketing. Product description: marketing designed to create exchanges for tangible products. Examples: strategies to sell computers. Service: marketing designed to create exchanges for intangible products. Again, strategies by any insurance company to sell insurance, which is a service. Type of marketing: person: marketing designed to create a favorable action towards people, such as a political candidacy. Cause: marketing designed to create an urgency and get support for causes, such as strategies to get pregnant women not to drink alcohol or not to smoke. Organizational description for marketing: marketing designed to attract donors, members, participants, or volunteers. Strategies designed to, let's say, attract a blood drive, a Chinese auction, anything like that. Okay. Strategic planning: all the activities that lead to the development of a clear organizational mission. Organizational objectives: appropriate strategies to achieve the objectives for the entire organization. Figure 1.2, the strategic planning concept. You have the environment, the cooperative, competitive, economic, social, political, and legal. Information that flows into the organizational strategic plan, which is the organizational mission, organizational objectives, organizational strategies, and of course the organizational portfolio plan. All the little businesses that fall into what we call the strategic business units fall into the various portfolios. Organizational mission: in developing a statement of mission, management must take into account three key elements: the history of the organization, the distinctive competitiveness of the organization, the organizational environment, the organizational mission. An effective mission statement should be, and we speak about this at great length in the course called Business Policy, focused on markets rather than products, achievable, motivating. You don't want to have a generic cookie cutter one. Specific, and organizational objectives should be specific, measurable. People are into metrics. Action commitments: the objectives continued. If formulated properly, organizational objectives can be converted into specific action, will provide direction, can establish long-run priorities for the organization. It can facilitate management control. Figure 1.3, sample organizational objectives. For example, innovations: a possible objective to be a leader in introducing new products by spending no less than 7% of sales for research and development. Profitability: to achieve an annual rate of return on investment of at least 15%. Manager performance and responsibility: to identify critical areas of management depth and succession. Those are some examples. Organizational strategies: organizations can pursue various strategies based on products and markets, competitive advantage, value. Figure 1.4 talks about organizational growth strategies. Let's look at present markets and present products. Okay, that's market penetration. New customers, new products, that would be considered product development. You could look at figure 1.4 for the rest of the options, but this is a very, very interesting and very, very often used, very, very highly acclaimed format for organizational growth strategies, figure 1.4. Organizational strategies based on competitive advantage, cost leadership strategy, a firm would focus on being the low-cost company in its industry. Strategy based on differentiation, a firm seeks to be unique in its industry or market segment along particular dimensions that the customer value. This, believe it or not, will actually be covered again in some format in business policy. So you'll, God willing, when you get to business policy, you'll see this as well. Strategies based on value. 3 value strategies: best price, best product, best service. Choosing an appropriate strategy, management should select those strategies consistent with its mission, capitalize on the organizational distinctive competencies, sustainable competitive advantage, very, very important words, can be based on either the assets or skills of the organization. Organizational portfolio plan, the first step in the approach is to identify the various divisions, product lines, and so on that can be considered a business. Also called, as I mentioned before, strategic business units, otherwise known as SBUs. The next step is to establish methods to determine how resources should be allocated among the various SBUs. In other words, how do you water the grass? How many resources, or how much of your resources do you deploy to each business? And these are known as portfolio models. Okay, the marketing management process. The process of planning and executing the conception, pricing, promotion, and distribution of goods, services, and ideas to create exchanges with target groups that satisfy customer and organizational objectives. Figure 1.5 is basically the strategic planning and marketing planning process. Strategic plan has the organizational mission, what the company stands for, who we are and what we do, organizational objectives, what are we setting out to accomplish, then the strategies to get that, and of course the organizational portfolio plan, which are all the little businesses, the SBUs that the organization has in its portfolio of businesses. The marketing plan looks at a situational analysis, marketing objectives, target market selection, the marketing mix, which is the use of the 4 Ps, product, price, place, or promotion. Think of them as ingredients in a cake. How much chocolate, how much vanilla, how much price, how much promotion, pricing strategy, and of course distribution strategies. Again, those elements are situation analysis, marketing objectives, target market selection, marketing mix, product strategy, promotion strategy, pricing strategy, and distribution strategy. Then there's an implementation and control, and of course marketing information system, marketing research drives this process. All this information is fed into it from the strategic plan, from the implementation control, and of course that will feed back into the strategic plan and back into the marketing plan. Situational analysis involves analysis of the past, present, and likely future in 6 major areas of concern. The cooperative environment basically includes all firms and individuals who have a vested interest in the firm's accomplishing its objectives. Competitive environment includes primarily other firms in the industry that rival the organization for both resources and sales. Situational analysis, economic environment, state of the macroeconomy and changes in it also bring about marketing opportunities and constraints. Social environment includes general, cultural, and social traditions, norms, and attitudes. Political environment includes the attitudes and reactions of the general public, social and business critics, and other organizations. Situational analysis, legal environment includes a host of federal, state, and local legislation directed at protecting both business, competition, and consumer rights. Marketing planning produces 3 outputs: establishing marketing objectives, selecting the target market, developing the marketing mix. Marketing mix, a set of controllable variables that must be managed to satisfy the target market and achieve organizational objectives. Implementation of the marketing plan involves putting the plan into action and performing marketing tasks according to the predefined schedule. Control of the marketing plan involves 3 basic steps: measuring results of implemented marketing plan, comparing results with objectives, making decisions on whether a plan is achieving objectives or not. Marketing Information System, otherwise known as MIS. Throughout the marketing management process, current, reliable, and valid information is needed to make effective marketing decisions. You need to have these three elements to be effective in marketing research and making proper decisions based on the science, so to speak, based on the information that you need to make proper decisions. Providing this information is the task of the Marketing Information System and Marketing Research arm of the organization. We go on. The strategic plan, the marketing plan, and other functional area plans. Functional area are departmental areas. Strategic planning is a top management responsibility. Ways in which marketing executives are involved in the strategic planning process are the following. They influence the process by providing important inputs in the form of information and suggestions relating to customers, products, and middlemen. They must always be aware of what the process of strategic planning involves as well as the results. Marketing's role in cross-functional strategic planning, meaning planning that goes across departments. Many organizations are bringing managers and employees together to participate in cross-functional teams, cross-pollination of ideas. All personnel working in a cross-functional team participate in creating a strategic plan to serve customers. The greatest advantage of cross-functional team is the ability of team members to consider a situation from a number of viewpoints. Strategic planning results in a clearly defined blueprint for management action in all functional areas of the organization. Figure 1.6, the cross-functional perspective in planning. You have flowing from functional area plan. You have the strategic plan, the mission, objectives, strategies, portfolio. In other words, it's not really flowing from, it's really interacting with, because the mission, objectives, strategies, portfolio plan bleed into all of the departmental plans, such as production plan. You'll have your objectives, forecasting, budgeting. You'll have marketing plan, your objectives, forecast, budgeting, strategies, and program policies. And you'll have these throughout human resources, finance, and of course technology, and all the other departments. So you need to have the strategic plan bleeding into each individual department so that everything is harmonized properly. So figure 1.7, the blueprint for management action. You can look at that. It's a very, very detailed figure, a very detailed graph. Please refer to it. Thank you very much for joining us. That concludes Chapter 1 in Marketing Management. Have a great evening.